The woman was locked up on the top floor of the prison, but she was grinning from ear to ear because the top floor offered a bonus of 340,000 won per minute, which meant she could easily earn over 100 million won by just lying there for a day. Although she couldn't leave until the countdown ended, she could purchase anything she wanted by using the phone on the wall. Without hesitation, the woman bought a top-notch mattress. Even though the prices of items purchased in prison had increased 100-fold, it was still hard to resist the fact that she was making so much money every single minute. However, the people below her weren't so lucky. The lower the floor, the less bonus they received per minute. The third floor got 30,000 won per minute, the second floor 20,000 won, and the first floor a measly 10,000 won. Since prices had skyrocketed 100-fold, the organizers thoughtfully provided free water and food. They would pass through a delivery chute every day from the top floor to the bottom, ensuring a basic food supply for everyone. Initially, everyone assumed each room had the same treatment, but when they saw that the 8th floor room was larger and had more money, everyone felt unbalanced. They believed that since the 8th floor had the biggest space, they should allocate a portion of it as a public bathroom to solve everyone's personal issues. Surprisingly, after hearing this, the person on the 8th floor agreed and then turned back to their room. At this point, the crowd hadn't realized the severity of the problem. When mealtime arrived the next day, the lunchboxes sent down from the top floor were completely empty. That's right, the food passed through the top floor first, and if they cleared out all the food, everyone below would starve to death. This made them all break down. They knelt one by one in front of door number 8, begging for mercy and promising never to have any thoughts about touching their room again. However, the 8th floor still didn't give any response. It wasn't until the 8th floor had starved the crowd for 3 days and 3 nights that they finally opened the door for the man on the 7th floor. At this point, the person on the 8th floor was leisurely doing yoga. They stated that they weren't angry about the crowd's proposal because getting angry would cause wrinkles. To get the food back was very simple. Everyone just needed to play games with them to relieve their boredom. The 8th floor wanted to stay in prison a little longer. As long as everyone played games to create a good show effect, the audience would increase their time there. The crowd naturally agreed, as they could regain food and make money. The game the 8th floor came up with was the King game. The person who drew the ping pong ball with the letter K could randomly command any 2 people present to do anything. The game quickly began. In the first round, the woman on the 4th floor was lucky enough to become the king. Conservative as she was, she only made balls number 2 and 5 hold hands for 10 minutes. When it came to the second round, the 8th floor successfully drew the king.